Welcome into Rightside Radio. Nothing like the last second to get ourselves together.
We're professionals. We can pull it together fast.
No big deal.
Oh, look at the professionals with the water bottle in the front.
I love the professionals with the water bottle in the front.
Is that the Alabama water?
It is Alabama water.
Where'd you find it?
Downstairs where JP told me to look. It's our friends,
our landlord.
Our
found
landlord's water.
He does.
Thanks for the water.
We have guests in the studio. We're trying to keep it
together.
You
like that? I'm going to just nickname everybody and just their initials, and y'all can try to have fun guessing.
It's George Washington.
It is George. So I'm Amy Beth. She's Allison. He's JP.
What's JP doing? He's over really focused.
Well, sorry. I hope JP is having as much fun as we had last night.
Oh, yeah. It was a heck of a time last night. The governor's mansion.
The governor.
So I heard she was supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm. And she was not.
And she was not.
She was not there.
I don't know where she was, though. Nobody knew.
Has anybody heard an update?
Kay didn't make it to the governor's mansion party. She was just right upstairs. We should have knocked. Kay.
Well, I learned last night that your husband's a little bit of a rebel.
My husband?
Yeah. So.
Oh, shoot.
We're just going to in on it. And this is actually delightful. So he's just fun in general. Jared Sinclair is a fun guy.
But what happened?
We're in the governor's mansion.
Are you inside?
We are inside, darling. And, there's no food or drink allowed.
Oh.
And none at all. And we're standing there, JP and I, because you're taking a picture or some such. We're just conversing in a little clump. Like, we're so deep in conversation, we have to be asked to move out of the way.
This was at the bottom of the stairs.
This is at the bottom of the beautiful red stairs. Although those stars were kind of creepy with the berries on them. I didn't like those stars. I like the stars,
but the sconces.
But the berries, I don't.
Yeah, it looked like dead things hanging from the. Did you see it at the top of the stairs?
It was a bit bizarre.
Yeah. But love stars. I'm a big fan of stars. Anyway, so Jared Sinclair whips out a beer from his pocket, takes a swig, and he was like, because it's not allowed. I was like, yes, sir.
And I looked at him and I said, no, they got cameras in here. And he goes,
tucked it away.
Well, what's funny is when he had the beer at the patio and Allison said, did you sneak that in? He goes, oh yeah, I bear rolled and hopped over the gate and I held it in. It's like, no, it's at the table.
I didn't remember that they served beer and wine there. All I remembered was the hot chocolate bar. And this year they didn't have the hot chocolate bar.
Allison, you set us up for the hot chocolate bar.
It was right there by the pool the last time.
It's not there.
And they didn't have a band this time. Last time I was there, they had a band.
Are we running out of money?
I don't. The Republican Party has plenty of money.
Well, that's what I thought.
But yes, Jared was in a weird. So we're driving home because we took the party bus. So we all had to meet.
Back to the beginning. Step one.
Step one party bus was awesome and awful at the same time because we were like an hour late. Because when you ride on a party bus and we're old, everybody has to go to the bathroom. So here we go in our formal dresses and we all pile out into the gas station. People are buying pork rinds and beef jerky and people are standing in line for the bath. I mean, it was a whole thing. Anyway, then you get back in and then traffic was actually really bad. But we all met in Mountain Brook at a house. So driving home, it's a little bit clear. But Jared kept telling me to run red lights. He was like, wouldn't it just make you feel alive? Just turn left on red, Allison. You can do it. And I said, I don't want to. And he was like, come on, live a little. And I'm like, I'm really happy, right? Allison. I'm like, what is the deal? I forgot about the beer.
It's he was a hoot. That was very fun.
Jared.
So JP and I almost doxed you. JP and I are going to Montgomery, following each other in the worst traffic I've seen in my life.
It was bad.
Perhaps Lieutenant Governor Ainsworth could come on and we could talk about traffic.
Oh, he has lots to say about roads.
I know
right now.
he does.
Yeah.
Will, we need you to come on and talk about
Mhm.
traffic. So we get to traffic and we're getting off at the exit and we're sitting on the exit ramp and I see that JP's in front of me and he calls because we're kind of coordinating where we're going, which is a whole thing. And I was like, I would like to apologize on behalf of all of Alabama. This traffic has never been this bad coming
I mean,
down.
it's Christmas. It's
Ever.
just
Then I remembered the time where a truck hit, an overpass. Remember when we were on our other show?
Oh, yeah.
And then I
yeah.
started thinking,
that was
well,
in
maybe
Montgomery.
maybe there's some weird traffic. Maybe it's Montgomery. Maybe somebody got shot, in the middle of the road. Turns out it was just construction traffic, I think. We get off. We're going around. JP finds a parking place first. And then JP stood in my future parking place
Such
and
a
saved
gentleman.
it for me.
Well, what's funny is
Bravo.
I found my parking spot and I called Abs to see, hey, I got my spot. We can meet at the gate if you want. And she goes, oh, well, I'm still looking for a spot. And as I'm saying that, somebody's getting in the car and leaving like 5 or so cars in front of me. I was like, oh, there's a spot right here. And she goes, oh, can you hold it for me, please? And as I'm seeing that, I see this car run right up on a guy crossing the street at the stop sign right in front of me. And she goes, oh, I almost just hit somebody. And I go, oh, you're right in front of me. Come right here.
And because I was looking for him, knowing that I'm at a stop sign, seeing the cars zooming by. And you know how when you're down there, people just dart out. It was a good thing I was just sitting there. It was a little scary for a second. I didn't almost hit him, but his life was in danger.
Well, what happened the hour that y'all were there that I was not because we were so late?
We taste tested food.
We did do that.
We did. But I'd like to say that the hard part about going to those parties, and maybe our listeners have the same situation, where you go and you see beautiful dips, like
Dips.
spinach
Where did you see
dip.
dip?
Dip was at the front when you came into the
I
tent.
missed the dip.
The tent is in the back behind the governor's mansion. And so I look at this beautiful spinach dip and I think this is going to give me rank breath if I eat it.
Or you get spinach stuck in your
And
teeth.
you're all up on each other because the space is smallish.
Yeah.
And you're discussing and you're like, I don't know these people well. I think I'm going to have to starve because I either talk to them or eat food and you'll get bad breath. Unless you're like have a couple sips of wine and then it washes it all down and cleanses your palate. But it was good food, I thought, except for Allison's.
That chicken.
That chicken was the best.
Okay.
It was so good.
Did you put the dip on it?
I just ate it how it
Your
was.
husband did not really think the dip was great.
Oh, Jared was really thrown off because it was like a peanut
Satay,
Thai dip.
yeah.
And he was thrown off. So I didn't get the dip, but I didn't really like the chicken. Now the desserts that we had were good.
Fire.
And then Terry threw a spring roll at me. Remember that?
I did.
I didn't get a spring roll. Was it good?
It was good. I mean, I'm not going to say it's Chinese restaurant pick up a steaming hot, crispy egg roll situation, but they were good.
JP, so as I'm getting there, I guess I missed the dip table because as I'm getting there, I call and I'm like, where are y'all? And they're like, hurry to the back of the tent. What's happening at the back? It's AJ McCarron. And you got to meet your childhood hero.
I literally which I got a video of all of this, by the way. I don't know if you want to play it before or after
You have
the break.
a video?
I have a video of our time at the governor's mansion as a whole.
Oh, I thought you were saying you have a video of you and AJ
No,
just chilling.
but
you kind of do.
I do have a picture of me and AJ. That was my childhood quarterback right there. I watched that guy win.
Oh, y'all look like besties.
Yeah. Look, they're similar outfit also.
Y'all dressed alike.
I watched him win 2 national championships while I was sitting on the arm of my dad's chair growing up. So that was my guy. So it was pretty cool to meet him. I walked up and I introduced myself and I shook his hand and I said, can I get a picture? He goes, yeah, man. And I said, I don't want to make you feel old, but you were literally my childhood. And then he thought that was funny. We took a picture, but yeah, it was pretty surreal. He's a big dude. He's really tall.
Very big. Is he 6'5"?
He's got to be at least 6'4".
Yeah, he's tall.
All right.
Catherine's tall.
Let's talk about how tall his wife is.
She's probably 6'2".
No, you think she's at? Well, she
no,
was
in heels.
Also,
she's probably 5'9".
Jared Sinclair on the way back, and I don't know why he brought this up, but he said, "Allison, I think she could totally take you." I said, He said, "Do you think you could take her?" And I said, "I haven't even contemplated that, Jared. I don't know why we're talking about this because we had a very cordial interaction." So he was like, "I don't know. I think she could take anybody in that room." But she was so pretty and tall and beautiful.
Have y'all seen the viral Brett Messenberger
Yes.
Musburger clip where the commentator?
What do you mean seen it? We were watching it live when it happened.
We were. I
So-
mean,
You were just a baby.
To all the little boys in Alabama start throwing a football.
I mean, that was hilarious. But she's a doll, and you almost hate it for them because they're so unbothered right now. And there's so much coming their way.
I want to
that
be
I
like,
hate it
AJ,
for
just run.
Go.
Not run for lieutenant governor, like run the other way.
Yeah. And we want people to run for office, but they're just so kind and decent. And if indeed it all works out, we could use that kind of leadership, because I'm done thinking that you have to have all the answers, that you have to have all this experience. What has that gotten us? Stand in line, pay your dues, blah, blah, blah. That may be true sometimes, but the notion of the citizen statesman, as my husband is fond of saying, is a real thing. But I hope that they can retain their decency. They just came across as very decent humans.
Yeah. And watching him last night, I mean, the thing is, I had a conversation with someone from his campaign. And I was like, look, I went to Tennessee, grew up in Knoxville. All I know, and I learned last night it's true, is he threw a football at Alabama and he has a super hot wife. That's it. And I was telling them, I was like, look, he may be the best candidate. We might believe everything the same. I don't know. And at some point we need to know what he stands for. Seems like a super nice guy. I think he loves his wife and loves his family and loves America, but he could possibly be our next governor. If something happened to governor, he would step in. And I just don't know what he believes, but he does seem very, very kind. And anyway, he did seem a little
reserved.
Yeah.
Overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed is maybe a good word.
Yeah. I mean,
that's an overwhelming crowd.
Well, yeah, for sure. And I'm sure if you're AJ McCarron and this is one of your first political, outings, and you're AJ McCarron, like he was constantly having people around him. So I'm sure, I mean, I would be overwhelmed too. But yeah, somebody did ask him when I was around, how's everything going? How's this compared to your old life? And he goes, it's different. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm interested to see. I'm sure when we roll into the next year, we're going to see more and more of AJ. But that was the highlight of my night, getting to meet AJ. That was really cool.
Were great. That was fun.
Well, can we show the video? And that would give, if we do it after the break, if you're not watching, you can go log in on Facebook or X or Rumble or YouTube at Rightside Media, or you can go to rightsidemedia.com and click watch live. But we're going to play, we have some little behind the scenes from last night, some taste testing from inside the governor's mansion. AJ McCarron may make an appearance in our video. You'll have to see.
It's A Night at the Governor's Mansion, narrated by Abs, Al, and JP.
What could be better?
What could be better?
We'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm JP alongside Amy Beth and Allison Sinclair, and we are about to play the Night at the Governor's Mansion, narrated by Abs, Al, and JP, with special appearances of certain folks. So y'all enjoy.
It's peanut.
So as you can see, we've got the pastries right here. Pastries, whatever this is. I'm gonna grab one of those.
Okay, all right, taste it.
You can get a little spot of chocolate.
Is it delicious?
Oh,
Hold on. What is that? Is that cheesecake?
it's like strawberry cheesecake. What is that?
Try it. Oh, it's mousse.
Is it good?
It's actually really good. It tastes like pudding. Or Jello pudding from middle school. Actually, that's really good.
I'll give this an 8.9
Okay.
out of 10.
8.9, all right.
We're like a 7.
A 7, okay, okay.
You want to try?
Okay, I'm doing the lemon square. I offer myself as tribute.
Do it.
Because not everybody likes lemon squares, okay? And I understand I may need a fork with this.
No,
We
just
good?
try
Are we
it.
good? All right, here we go.
So tasty. She's so like prim and proper.
Okay.
Is it good? There's AJ right behind you. Hey,
There
look
it is.
who's behind us.
Looks like an 8. Our new friends.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone?
It's my quarterback.
He's our friend. Okay, look, I give it an 8. I give it a solid 8. It's very, very flavorful. Okay, what else are we gonna taste, you guys? Next is my favorite. I don't know if this is an egg roll or a spring roll, but it's kind of crispy. Oh wait, Allison's got chicken.
Oh, that chicken's, it's so good. Oh, what? That chicken was the best thing ever. Is it good?
No.
Come on.
Allison! No, where do I put the plate?
All right, so we're heading in, JP.
Beautiful, as you can see, the governor's mansion right here. Beautiful architecture. On the outside. I don't know about the inside yet.
Well, you're about to see, man. But look at this. Look at this is ridiculous. And we would like to tell you that the food has been pretty good. Okay?
I don't know what Allison was saying about the chicken. That was the 10.
Well, you know. Come on. Okay.
We're
We're-
walking into the governor's mansion here.
Yeah, and hold on. Everybody needs to see that this is how far Allison Sinclair got.
Yeah.
And if you can't see her,
Where am I?
that's the point, because she's talking.
I did not keep up with y'all well.
No,
At all.
I think we had to grab you away from conversations 3 times trying to get inside the governor's mansion.
What was the problem? Well, we did meet our neighbors. We had to go all the way to Montgomery to meet our neighbors.
That was funny.
Yeah. But last night was fun. I'm a little tired today. Not gonna lie.
I'm a bit tired as well. But it's Friday.
It is Friday.
Casual
yeah.
Friday.
We have JP on sports.
That we do.
We're going to discuss Feinbaum.
We will.
Oh, I cannot wait to talk about this.
We're going to take a plunge.
Ooh, shoot, I can wait.
The plunge. The daily plunge.
The
The daily plunge.
this plunge is gonna
This is going to get us in trouble.
plunge us into the ocean with some cinder blocks.
But the montage.
We do still have the
Gosh, we
montage.
have a montage too. We have so much to do. All right, we'll get into news on this Friday on the other side.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. We made it to Friday, y'all, and we still have the montage, which we will discuss, and several other stories today. I mean, it's like quite a Friday for just being Friday.
Yeah, I was hoping it'd be kind of chill, laid back, and we would just laugh.
Yeah.
No, we got to plunge.
Oh, we do. Oh, my word. I'm not sure if we're ready for all this, but we are. We're going to do it, you know?
So do we montage, then plunge?
Well, what we're thinking, just thinking, is if we montage, JP's going to do sports in the second hour. An hour from now, JP's going to do sports.
Indeed.
And then in the third hour of the day, we'll plunge.
Okay.
Do you have like a diving in the water sound?
I was going to get a toilet flushing sound effect.
Well,
That's
that's
even
even
better.
better. It's like we're the same. It's kind of weird. Isn't it weird?
Yeah, it's weird.
All right. JP, you want
Yes.
to take it away?
Yeah, I mean, it's time for our montage. So that means we have to tell you all about Stan McDonald, who's a partner at the law firm of Woolmer & Lee out of Huntsville. He's a 30-year veteran in the practice of law. And not only will Stan advocate and fight for your legal needs and rights, but he has been an absolute warrior for causes near and dear to our Rightside ruffian community. Attorney Stan McDonald has represented his clients in literally thousands of real estate transactions over the years. And when Stan McDonald is on your side, you have no greater friend. And likewise, your adversary will have no greater foe. So Attorney Stan McDonald, here's his phone number, 256-533-0202. That's 256-533-0202, and tell him you heard about it on Rightside Radio. And no representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of the legal services performed by other lawyers.
Black News.
If you put prayer at the beginning of this meeting, I don't think that's a welcoming sign to the people who are in this room tonight. How much prayer do you need? How much God do you need? We say under God, we say it. Why do we need to say more? This to me is very disturbing. If I tell you I'm offended, I'm offended.
Are you ready for a case that's going to the Supreme Court that involves Islamic indoctrination in a New Jersey middle school? One of the 5-minute videos they were shown included phrases such as this: Muhammad, peace be upon him, I'm not saying the other one, is the last and final messenger of God. God gave him the noble Quran. What is the noble Quran? Divine revelation sent to Muhammad, last prophet of Allah, a perfect guide for humanity.
Hello everybody, Coach here. I've got an early Christmas present for the city of Birmingham and the state of Alabama. I've been working with President Trump and Federal Housing Authority Director Bill Pulte to move the offices of Fannie Mae from Woke, California to the great state of Alabama.
Our country has selective empathy for everybody but working class, particularly white males. So when you look at coverage in mainstream newspapers about the constitutionality of blowing up boats that are bringing fentanyl here, I guarantee you, if that fentanyl was killing people at schools we went to, potentially your kids are going to, it would be constitutional to blow up those boats.
And white Americans will soon be a minority, and that's great.
Whites will not be the majority. I mean, it's an exciting transformation of the country. It's an exciting evolution and progress of our country.
We are going to be a white minority very, very soon. I'm okay with that.
If things are so bad, as you say, with the white working class, don't you want to get new Americans in?
Come after me, call me names, I don't care. Call me what you want, go down that rabbit hole, whatever. But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk Show family, when you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this, no.
And now you done did it.
Is her name Harris Faulkner?
Harris Faulkner.
She looked terrified. She was like, she's
Yeah.
come across this table.
Mm.
She was very intense.
I guess y'all can guess what topic's going to be in the plunge.
The plunge.
To prepare yourselves, get your texts ready for that. We've talked about it off and on, but it's finally, I think, a worthy discussion. Okay. Numero uno. I really don't want to start with 1-800 off yourself, but it seems that the white liberals are intent on celebrating the decreasing amount of white people in America. That's ridiculous. And across the globe. Is that not the dumbest thing you guys have ever heard?
It makes me speechless because why does it matter what color anybody is? Do you know what I'm saying? Why we wouldn't celebrate the extinction of brown people or black people. So the color does matter, which is just bizarre because for so long we were told it wasn't supposed to. But now we're supposed to be okay with saying we're excited about exterminating the white race. And we're all supposed to embrace it. And you've got a bunch of white people saying this is awesome. And I have a clip of JP, I sent this to you. I would love to play it, and I don't know if I can just play it the old school way. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it.
I think you'd be horrified if we played it the old school way.
Hold on. Where is it? Where
and I
is
know
it?
we're out of order, JP, but I'm speechless over that segment. I can't.
Yeah, y'all talk while I find
I
this.
literally can't hardly help it. What are your thoughts on that? You are the white male, which, by the way, skin color is a construct. We just have deepening levels of melanin. So the whole discussion is moot, but they keep it up because it sows division. And apparently they love division, but they love even more the idea that you are going to disappear.
Yeah. I mean, it's why, like what Allison said, why is it a good thing that the white population is decreasing? Like, can you imagine if somebody said, oh, it's so great that the black population is decreasing? You'd be ostracized, and rightfully so, because that's racist and insane. So it's okay for them to celebrate America no longer becoming a white majority nation, which, by the way, separate yourself from that and what your thoughts are on that. That's a whole different discussion. But why is it good for any race to be dwindling in population? Because that's what you're effectively saying. You're saying that either white people aren't reproducing, which is good, or white people are being replaced by non-white people in America, and that is good. So both of those are bad. Either way, no matter how you split it, it's a racist thing to celebrate and say. So it's per usual. You know, white racism doesn't exist. It's only racism against others. But it's ridiculous to say that, because if you say it about any other race, you'd be completely ostracized and canceled.
Do you think the report that showed that there was, we talked about it, 2 weeks ago? 8% of the population are white. Didn't we do that last week, at the beginning of the week?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, is that what spurred this on, or is there something else that they're generating that they want to talk about, that all the white people are going away? I mean, I don't know.
Well, they're trying to make the West different. I mean, they're trying to, you can't separate, Western civilization is white. Like, it's always been white. And I'm not saying that 100% white, like it's a white ethnos, obviously not, but it's just a fact that Western civilization has always been majority white. So they're trying to attack and change Western civilization into something that it's never been and completely destroy it from within. So like I said, separate yourself. Nobody's saying, one race is more superior than the other. It's just a fact that if you're subverting it from the inside, you're changing it and making it different than what it has always been. So it's the great replacement theory, which is all a theory until it actually happens, So it's not even the race issue; it's values, and it's just you're bringing in people that aren't coming in to uphold Western civilization. They're going to destroy it. So it seems intentional, but when they celebrate it, it's like I said, it's per usual, but it's also maddening because it's racism flat out.
And it's also, they're not just claiming and cheering the extermination of the white race. It's like the panel that we did a little clip of it the other day, where the girl who's an attorney, she was talking about how she overcharges white people when she represents them, and then the black people, and she loves overcharging white organizations. And then when the black people come in, she's like, oh, don't worry about it. Some white person paid for it. I'll do it for free for you. Can you imagine?
Yeah. No.
If flip the races, flip the verbiage. So I don't And why are so many white people okay with this? I don't care what color you are. If somebody's calling for your extermination and to get rid of your race and cheering it, you should stand up for it. Black, brown, I don't care. So why are they, which leads me to this clip, which we'll play after the break because I need to make sure there's no F-bombs in it.
She's
like
learning.
my last one. I guess, I don't know why I didn't hear it last time, but it's a former military guy. And he talks about how to spot a psyop and an operation.
Oh, I saw that
Did
guy.
you?
Yes.
It's really good.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
really, really good.
Yeah.
And I think it applies here. So we'll play that. But I'm wondering before we play it, like what you're saying, what are they getting at? What's the goal with this? What are we trying to do by cheering on the extinction, the dwindling of the white race? I'm asking. Anybody have any idea?
No, I mean, it goes back to the conversations we have over and over again, which is ad nauseum. Communism seeks the extinction of people. It has murdered about 160 million people worldwide over the last 120 years. I mean, so there's that. There's the replacement theory because they really are actively trying to replace us. But I think underneath it all, the thought process is a giant, and it's obvious to us because we're thinking through these things. It's wrong thinking motivated by envy. It's motivated by hate with the black girl going, the white person paid it. They paid for you. Or it's hatred. I mean, for people on air to celebrate this, the only word that's flashing in my mind is evil. But the wrong thinking, how did we arrive at a point in our history that not only do we think incorrectly about each other, which is just unbelievable, we're celebrating it for the point of erasing people. The great erasure is what we should call this.
It's true.
And I mean, it's the worst of us. It's the worst thing in the world. And in a maniacal way, they're celebrating it.
Yeah. It's like Allison said, if it were any other race, it'd be called a genocide, a destroying of a race, a culture. But when it's white people, it's evolution. We're evolving. Oh, the food is so much better now. We're changing it. Well, yeah. Well, no. Why do we want to change? Like it's not racist to say that's not good. Because it's not okay to do that to any race. You want to send it to break on that one?
Yeah, let's send it to break. But I had another thought, but now I can't remember it.
Write it down.
Hold on. What was it?
It was good. I know
it was
good.
really good.
I feel like your brainicle was like, this is good.
All right. I'm going to drink my coffee and it'll come back to me. But I'm also going to listen to that clip because I think it's really good because it's obviously something is going on.
I agree.
All right. We'll get to the bottom of it on the other side. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP, going through some of your texts. And they're texts.
You said text.
Kind of like peba.
Oh,
But
my worst nightmare.
I love it. Okay. From our texts.
833-687-4448 is the text line number, by the way. Y'all let us know your thoughts of what we're talking about. Jenkins from Sneed, Alabama says, sounds like I need to procreate more. Let's go 10 plus kids.
Okay.
Good luck.
It's a lot of kids.
That is a lot of kids.
Brad from Crimestone County says, sorry to be a Debbie Downer, or rather in my case, a Bradley Bummer, but is Fannie Mae's relocation to Alabama really a good thing? It's a New Deal creation that is technically unconstitutional. I don't want to see unconstitutional entities move to Alabama. I want to see them shut down. Tubbs will be objectively an improvement over the high stepper, but when he champions foolish, unconstitutional things, I have to criticize him.
You maybe want to expand on that?
I think we will in the 3:00 hour.
Yeah.
Because I was looking up when they started Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. And I know that it was in the 30s, but I want to read a little bit more. Like, I'm glad something's coming to Alabama, but I think we'll probably be with Brad. Like,
at the end of it?
Yay for jobs, but what are we really doing here?
But
yay.
Fannie's going to exist no matter what, though.
It's true. So why shouldn't Fannie exist here?
Why'd they have to name her Fannie?
Yeah, what is Fannie Mae?
You know what?
But just
Let's
why?
go. Francis?
Fannie and Freddie?
Fannie? Like, who thought that was a good name? I'm sorry if your name's Fannie.
Fannie Mae?
They're not even in our state yet. We're already mocking their name.
No,
I mean,
they sound like they're
Fannie
from
and
here. They
Freddie.
don't live in California.
What would Fannie, what's the long version of Fannie? How did you come up with the nickname?
I think it's just Fannie.
Yeah.
I think it's just
I
Fannie.
mean, we have
That is
Fannie
the long
Flagg
version.
from Alabama, so we should be proud. She was a she's a good writer and actress, but
Fannie Agia.
I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I'm stuck on that. And then the high stepper part.
The high
I
stepper.
feel like we should sometime get some dance line boots, you know, the tall white ones.
Yeah.
And we should
Like
do a
go-go
kick line.
boots?
Yeah, we should get go-go boots.
You know,
High stepper.
I can't. I was a little high stepper.
I can't do
was
anything
not stepping
anymore.
anywhere last night.
Not at the governor's mansion.
Guys, did anybody hear what happened to her?
No.
Did you?
No, I just wondered where she was. Maybe she went on vacay.
Surprised Jared Sinclair didn't rush past that rope that was on the stairs.
I basically challenged him to rush past them.
Just go room to room.
But we will go into the Fannie Mae in the second hour.
Okay.
What else we got on our text line, sir?
Chris from Starrett says, not only are, quote, they celebrating the decline of the white man, but they have convinced many of who they want there to be less of to be complacent, and some even fighting for their own demise. That's true. That actually segues into Red from Tony's text, which I think is perfect, right on. He said, they bait white people into defending white people because then they think it's white supremacy when you do.
Say that
that's
again.
Good. That's good.
They bait white people into defending white people because they think it's, quote, white supremacy when they do, or when you do. So basically they're trying to get you to fight for,
Yeah.
so you're a racist. You're a white supremacist. Are you a KKK member? That's the gaslighting and the guilt tripping. And that's how they get you to comply into silence, because, you know, BLM can do their thing and they're not accused of being racist,
Right.
even though they openly are. But you even just speak up and say, well, why are you celebrating that there's less white people? Oh, are you a white supremacist? You think there should be more white people? Why do you think there should be more white people? You know, that's the game. That's how they get you to be silent.
Did you see about the Calor's character? What happened with her today? I'll bring that to you at some point. That BLM cat, she's in trouble. That's what I'm going to tell you about her. One of the founding people with BLM.
Is she the one that bought all the mansions?
Yeah, she was in the news, but I was shopping for Christmas presents very intently, and I did not have time for that. I was watching a guy yesterday talking about that very thing, about gaslighting, name calling, and he likened it like this: we are presenting facts, and while they listen to us present facts, they are diagnosing, oh, you're a racist, oh, you're a bigot, oh, you're a homophobe, oh, you're an Islamophobe, so that they can diagnose and then dismiss us.
Yeah.
And just never have to engage with the argument like the lady did in the interview we were talking about yesterday. But that's what they do repeatedly. We got to be ready for that, which is why we're here.
I remember what my question was. And my question was, like, after all the white people are gone, who's next? Because it doesn't end, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, they'll take out, let's get rid of the white males first, especially if you're a Christian straight. And then it just keeps going.
Mhm.
So somebody's going to be the outcast. Somebody's going to be the next one exterminated.
Yeah.
It doesn't end when this is your worldview. Maybe that's the point. I don't know. We'll be back.
So I want to remind you, Inspire Advisors is one of our sponsors, and they are doing amazing work. Look, I know this audience. You're the kind of folks who believe in standing up for your principles. You're good stewards of what you have for resources. What if the companies you are investing in, though, don't reflect your values at all? Well, that's why you need to meet Paul Breyer and his team at Inspire Advisors. Inspire Advisors, experts in the field of biblically responsible investing. Look, they can help you grow your bottom line while also being proud of what companies you invest in. Inspire Advisors. You got to check them out. Here's their website, www.moneypatternwealth.com. That's Inspire Advisors, www.moneypatternwealth.com, and tell them you heard about it on Rightside Radio.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. Continuing our discussion from earlier from a magnificent montage crafted by JP. So we are going to perhaps play a clip that Allison found, and it is fascinating.
It's you saw it too, right?
Mhm.
It's a ex-military guy, and I don't know who he's interviewing with.
I didn't see either.
Okay. But he's talking about how to spot like a propaganda psyop. And there are basically 3 telltale signs of what you want to look out for when you're being fed a bunch of baloney and an agenda. So, JP, you got it. Actually, I'm glad I listened to it because there were 2 S-bombs in it. And apparently my ears don't hear those anymore.
Well, you're just, I guess, desensitized to it. You listening to that devil music too much
that
in your own time.
Big X the plug.
Big X, yeah, that'll get you. But nah, we got the video ready right here if y'all want to play it.
Okay,
yeah.
The signs that something is a psychological operation specifically.
So narrative sticking points. So matching narrative is number 1.
Wait, hold on. I think I accidentally uploaded the uncensored one. So let me make sure.
I'm glad you caught it.
Let me make
I'm
sure
glad you caught it.
I got the correct one first before. So y'all keep talking while I forget stuff.
So even with his first point, the narrative talking points, did everybody out in listener land go immediately to COVID?
Oh, when they would play the clips, they would splice all the news anchors going, or whatever. Okay, the 2020 election or 2024 election, save democracy, save democracy, save democracy, a threat to democracy. Like they all say the exact same thing.
I mean, do you remember even going back? I was thinking in the cockles of my mind when we were in college.
What's a cockle?
Well, it's what Rush Limbaugh used to say all the time, and it made me laugh every time I heard it. Only this time when you say it, you're like, that's a funny word. Okay. But when it was I don't know if it was Bush v. Obama, but they used the word gravitas. And they were so happy. This was the Bush 2 with Cheney. And they said that he brought gravitas to the ticket. And they said it over and over and over again. That was the first time I remember hearing that. Do you remember your first time thinking that's college time or a little bit out of college where you're thinking that's weird. Why are they saying the same word?
No, I don't think I got it until, well, when you say that, I remember Andrew Cuomo. He personally said ventilator 9 million times during COVID.
But that was just one
ventilator. We're going to produce ventilator, and turns out that's what was killing everybody. But anyway, I don't think I really picked up on it until COVID. Maybe it took me to the summer of love with all the BLM stuff. It's just a peaceful protest. Meanwhile, you see flames shooting out of cars and buildings, and yeah. So I think that's when I learned a lot from COVID. They really overplayed their hand, and I think as you listen to, do we have it now?
We do. Whenever
Are
you're
you
ready.
sure?
We do. Yes.
I think, well, just get your finger on the dump button. Okay. And you got to hold it longer than you think.
Like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Okay.
the whole
Otherwise,
show.
we'll get texts like, JP, didn't work. But I think as you listen to this, think back through some of the news stories or just whatever it is, and you'll start going, oh.
The signs that something is a psychological operation specifically.
So narrative sticking points. So matching narrative is number 1. A matching narrative means that I'm hearing pretty much the same messaging from media outlets, celebrity influencers, which is number 2, and authority. So people that are in a position of social authority, not like cops and lawyers, and judges, but people in social authority, like pop singers. And I won't say any names. Pop singers, the most popular pop singers, all saying the same shit on social media.
Yeah, good job.
That should terrify you to the deepest part of your core, that none of this is real, or none of this is what it seems like. And those are the first 2. Number 3 is if you're seeing people silenced or ostracized for disagreeing with an idea. We saw this during the pandemic, like crazy. There were Harvard educated medical doctors that were kicked off of social media, which is our greatest fear of human beings, is being ostracized socially. It's greater than death. This is why public speaking is rated higher by almost everybody than death. And it's not public speaking that we're afraid of. It's being out there and having a big idea and then getting rejected by a large crowd. That's what terrifies human beings. And you can leverage the shit out of that, especially when you can manufacture an artificial tribe on social media. So Harvard educated doctors that disagreed with this mainstream narrative were getting banned. And the dude, I can't remember his name. I wish I could, but the dude who invented mRNA vaccines was on there and went against the narrative and got ostracized. The dude who invented this kind of vaccine, it's unbelievable.
So that's Robert Malone. Ironically, Robert Malone is who reposted that clip, and how I saw it. But how many things can you think of? What do you, and we do it on the right too. I'm not just going to name the left, but if you watch right, like the Twitter accounts of some influencers, almost exactly in unison, they must be on some group chat where somebody, they up top, up at the hierarchy and whatever the Republican Davos is like, okay, here we go. Here's our message. They might change a few words, but at the same time, it all comes out.
I got one that they constantly say over and over. I picked up on is the word democracy.
Oh, yeah.
They are obsessed with saving our democracy. Democracy is on the ballot. Democracy, 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 democracy. And it's over and over. And then you get so like you can almost physically feel like the exhaustion in your head of hearing the word democracy. And that on top of, fascist, racist, the constant use of those words where you get so desensitized to how awful those words are, that makes it easier for you to call those people such things. But the people who are getting called it, well, in our job, it's easier because I'm sure we've all been called awful things because of stuff we said publicly. But for the common citizen, that you could lose your job, getting called the stuff they call people. But they want to desensitize people to call others that say that somebody's a threat to democracy, say that somebody's a racist, say whatever, so that you can damage those people and scare others into silence. Those, like, democracy is the big one for me. I hear constantly, all mainstream media say over and over and over and over again.
Which we're not even a democracy. It's really stupid anyway. Yeah. Or insurrection.
Insurrection
was a good one.
When it comes to fascist, and when it comes to kids, I'm thinking the phrase that I'm replaying in my mind is mental health crisis.
Oh God.
Over and over. I mean,
yeah.
Over and over. Yeah. Or allegedly the election was stolen. Allegedly. Yeah. Or deniers. Election denier. That's a good question. Like, but now that we're thinking about it, you're going to hear 77 things this week and you'll go, oh my word.
Yeah. But pay attention. And I wonder, so what is the PSYOP? What's the psychological operation that's going on? I guess just to continue to deflate the white population and beat us verbally into submission and guilt and shame. So we just go away and say, oh yeah, our extermination. You're right. Just take us all. We don't deserve to be here. That did I send you the school board lady that was talking about how much, and she was white, how much she hated her white privilege?
Yeah,
and
she hates being white every day.
Oh God.
It was unbelievable. And
we're okay with this. Like, there are people out there cheering her on.
Yeah. Yeah, with a straight face, they've elected her to office. And she talks about her white privilege. The division that has been sown. I don't mean to repeat myself, but the division that has been sown is epic. And that is also something that we can look out for, especially during the holiday season when our friends and family want to trot out their little tropes and diatribes. Like, just simply with the question, but is it true? Is it actually true that there's white privilege? How about some evidence of that? Or is it actually true that thus and so happened? I mean, that's all we have to ask. And they'll rarely have any evidence, just feelings. I'll save the other thing we were talking about before we went on the air for our plunge section. But it is groupthink, and it's conditioning us to think that that is normal, because in the end, it's exactly what you said last segment, is that we all need to be the same. All I can think of is the childhood, I am a robot. So we do exactly what our betters tell us to do. And we say, please, sir, may I have another? While doing it, while they're just offing everybody. And it still goes back to our last show, our previous show, where the people who think I am not the one targeted now, at some point when they're boarded up on the bus, go, wait, me too?
Different Me Too movement.
Yes, you too. Just because you're safe now, doesn't mean it stays that way.
Like Tim Walz. What was it you were listening to where he
blamed the white men for the Somalian fraud?
And you're like, wait, and the last time I checked, you're a white male.
Well, then he must be correct because he oversaw it.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to tell the truth.
It's a confession.
Say the truth without saying it.
Oh yeah, that's good.
He's such a weirdo.
I don't understand Minnesota. I don't.
Does this happen? We got to go to a break, but I'm wondering, like, these psyops, do they happen? I was thinking, like, what are the ones in Alabama? What are the ones within your family? You know, does it happen? You got some family psyops going on?
No, but that's a great question.
I don't know. I don't have an answer.
Well,
I was just curious.
Silence. I mean, cutting off, silence.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just interesting how now you'll start going, wait a second. I think I'm being played. Oh, yeah, every day. When we come back, I don't know. We've got the school board. God, how much God do you need?
Apparently, you need a lot, lady.
Like, I was waiting for lightning. Like, oh, she's going to die. We got Fannie Mae. All right. Are we going to talk about Fannie Mae? We got JP on sports.
3:30. Yep.
3:30. Okay. We still have a lot to do on this Friday. We'll be right back.
Amy Beth
Okay.
Shaver with Allison Sinclair. And
I can't believe they wrote
not Babylon B.
Oh, that's so
If it's the one I think you're talking about, which
the
one is it?
Jasmine Crockett.
Yep. I saw that one yesterday.
It's
It won't be funny on radio, but it's funny in real life.
Hilarious. Okay.
That was bad timing. I'm sorry.
It's totally
It
fine.
literally came across my feed right before JP pointed at it.
Okay. Are we wanting to do we want to learn about Fannie Mae?
Oh, Fannie.
Okay, everybody.
Why don't we talk about Freddie?
Well,
Because we don't want to talk about Freddie.
What?
We don't like Freddie.
I was gonna say we got some texts first on.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, and actually, we just got a text. This guy's right. We don't say this number enough of the text line. 833-687-4448 is the text line number.
But tell him how to do it easy.
Boop, boop, boop.
833-68 right.
Right.
Right. RIGHT.
33
833.
833
Mm-hmm.
6
8 7.
6 8
7
Mm-hmm.
right.
I didn't
Right.
even do that.
Apparently 6-7 is something like demonic.
It's it's so
I
dumb.
thought it was just a sports analogy when they were talking about one of the basketball players sometime
No,
last
apparently
year.
it's something evil and we're all going to die.
I have no idea.
Can we just not die one day because of some symbolism?
By the
Ace,
way,
I'm just asking.
6-8 right.
Thomas from Athens talks about Saul Alinsky's rules for radicals.
We're doing that next.
We want to do that.
We're
He
doing that
says,
next.
Especially rules number 10 and 5 are at play here. The socialists are really good at all of these.
What are 10 and 5?
Well, you have to
Thomas?
just wait.
Thomas is doing some radio theater. He's
Okay,
setting us up.
Allison, do you have rules for radicals?
Well, we only got about 2 minutes this segment, so
Okay, keep
may want to
it-
send
keep
it for
it
a
ready.
better
doing
time.
anything with
I
rules
need
for
to
radicals.
know. Okay.
But get it, and then we're going to go through the rules
Book
because they're quick
club.
rules.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
we did it. No, we did Naked Communists.
We did
Yeah.
Naked Communists. We're going to do rules for radicals. And when I finish my book that I'm reading right now, we'll do story time.
Okay, go.
Jay from Killen, providing some insight, says Fannie Mae, parentheses, Federal National Mortgage Association.
He took away my thunder.
Federal
did he?
and
Stole my
National
thunder.
Mortgage. So that's
thanks,
where
Jay.
Fannie comes from.
Yeah.
Yes.
It wasn't just a poorly constructed
That was my
name.
third grade teacher's name.
Fannie.
Fannie Kotsianis.
Was she good?
I loved her.
She sounds fun.
She was so cute. She
Yeah.
did not look like a Fannie.
Was she Fannie Kotsianis? Was she Greek or Italian?
She was Greek.
Okay. But then that's extra fun.
She was really cute.
Greek people are very fun.
Dana from Athens says, my white privilege has me working a $12 an hour job at 53 years old, living in a 3-bedroom trailer, raising 3 grandkids.
God bless you.
God bless you, Dana. For,
Yeah.
You're a man
yeah, but that's
or a
the
woman.
Yeah, you're a real one.
the white privilege. Yeah.
And I would call, I mean, there's a lot of like government assistance privilege. That's more like it. Honestly, that's the real privilege right now in America.
Yeah. Welfare.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let everybody else work for you.
Got people
Like
believing
Dana.
that you can't do it without their help. It is crippling. It's crippling.
That's all the text we got for now, but we got to start saying that number each segment. Oh, wait. We got another one that just come in. Cooter from Huntsville says,
Cooter.
Okay. He says, my mama used to tell me to stop showing my fanny. I'm talking about Fannie Mae.
That's funny. That's funny. Well,
And his name's Cooter. Cooter from Huntsville.
I wonder what his like actual name is.
It's Cooter. It's Alabama. His name is Cooter. His mama named him Cooter. His sister's name is Fannie.
Cooter. Or his sister's name is Sister.
Sister. Stop showing me your Fannie.
It's a good one.
Okay, that was good. All right.
Okay.
We got JP on sports next.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
We do.
There's so much to do
Wow.
today.
All right. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. And it is time for JP's weekly most favorite segment, JP on Sports.
JP on Sports!
All the ladies love it.
Yeah, y'all just sitting there smiling at me. It is that time for JP on Sports. So this is a sad and scary situation. However, it is indicative of some, there's a lot of threads to pull on it. So I don't know if y'all have seen the latest story out of Michigan with their head football coach, Sharon Moore, and his crash out. It's really sad and scary for everybody involved. So essentially, if you haven't heard the story, Sharon Moore, who was the head coach for Michigan and their football team, he was caught having an affair with one of his staffers, and they proceeded to fire him. Well, then Sharon then took it upon himself to drive to the staffer's house, break and entering, threatened to kill her and kill himself, and then was arrested by police. The police, came and intercepted him, and he's still in custody. He actually was arraigned today. There's footage of him. He's still in jail. But there's a lot of, well, first of all, like I said, awful story all around. There's a lot of unsubstantiated rumors about the allegations, but nothing confirmed to talk about. But just, everyone involved it's a sad and scary situation. But from the football aspect of it, there's a lot of speculation that perhaps Michigan waited until after signing day to pull this, so that all the recruits would be stuck after they signed. And now they're going to be in a position without a head coach, without the head coach that recruited them, and the reason they came to Michigan in the first place, which is another example of how messed up the schedule is in college football. Because if signing day is so early, then recruits are put in positions like this where they can get screwed. I mean, with lack of a better term, because not only with, this is a crazy situation, but crazy situations happen. Also brings up situations like with Lane Kiffin, where he had to leave Ole Miss before the playoffs because signing day was so stinking early, and he had to get to LSU before signing day, and Ole Miss wouldn't let him coach throughout the rest of the year. But like I said, this is just another example that the big story on this, besides Sharon Moore's awful, situation, is recruits now are in an awful, they're left out to dry because their coach, crashed out, but the signing day, they had to sign so early. Now they're stuck. You need one signing day, and it needs to be in the spring, because at that point with spring, do it right before spring practice, because at that point, pretty much everything is finalized before the season, because you're about to start your real off-season training, spring ball, summer practice, and then go into the fall. There needs to be one signing day. Why are there two signing days, and why is one in December? Especially when now the college football season goes all the way into January 19th of this year. It's awful. So, but like I said, besides the Sharon Moore, awful story, that is just another example of what needs fixed with the college football schedule.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Has signing day always been split into 2 days, into fall and spring? And if so, how long?
As long as I've been alive. I don't know the exact history of it, but I mean, they would have the signing days on ESPN, in winter with all the guys picking their hats, and there was always two. So yeah, as long as I've been alive, it's been two. Yes, Miss Sinclair.
I have a question. You said he went in and threatened to kill her.
Yeah, and himself.
Are we sure it's a her?
It is a her.
Okay.
We are sure it's a her.
Yes.
Yes.
Miss Shaver.
Yes. Did we also hear, was it just speculation, or is it true that perhaps there was an abortion involved?
That was an unsubstantiated rumor
Okay.
that's out there that I wasn't going to say.
I
unless it's
really
confirmed.
hope that is not. I heard it in my little old just regular news blurb I listened to in the morning. That's tragic if that's true.
It is.
The whole thing is tragic, but sin makes you insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he's got a
how
wife.
Awful.
Okay, that was my question.
Okay. Okay.
Does he have kids?
I'm not sure. But
did he threaten to kill his wife?
No,
Or
I think he threatened to kill himself to his wife, and then went to the. So he's got 3 kids too.
Oh.
So this is where just the sad situation all around. Okay, here's another thread to pull on it. Sharon Moore, a black man, it's already being claimed by the Jamel Hills and others that this was a racist firing, and that look at all the other coaches; they get second chances all the time. Look at Hugh Freeze. Look at Lane Kiffin. Look at Sarkey. Going down the list. Can I go on a tangent about how ridiculous that is?
Yes, please.
First of all, none of those guys. So the Hugh Freeze situation, he was caught, giving strippers to recruits on weekends in Ole Miss, essentially.
That was not a great choice by him.
So, awful choice. He got caught. He got fired. The Lane Kiffin situation, he actually didn't get fired for bad conduct, but everybody kind of knew you don't touch Lane Kiffin with a 10-foot pole. What did he have to do? He had to rise the ranks again. Look at Sark. He had to rise the ranks again. And
wait, what did Sarkisian do?
Kind of the same as Lane. He had a lot of off the field alcohol issues, and his life kind of spiraled, and he had to,
Remember Ed Ogeron?
Yeah. So I think the Hugh Freeze one is a perfect example because he was fired for cause for something crazy, kind of similar, not really, but kind of similar to what Sharon Moore did. First of all, Hugh Freeze didn't go and break and entering into that person's house and get arrested and then having to spend days in jail. Okay. But what happened? Hugh Freeze was fired. Then Hugh Freeze went to Liberty and rose the ranks until eventually he ended up back at Auburn. Okay. If you get fired, nobody's saying, well, Hugh Freeze is white, so we'll just hire. No, he had to go to a lower program and work his way back up. And the lower program had to take a chance on him, and which he wasn't even arrested like Sharon Moore was. So that's a bit of a difference. When you go and you get arrested and there's a mugshot of you and you're crazy, yeah, it's not because you're black that you were fired. You were fired because you allegedly got a staffer pregnant and then went crazy. Okay. Who knows? I hope Sharon Moore gets his life together and then works the ranks back up again to where he's another coach. But Sharon Moore was not fired because of his skin color. And it's so ridiculous. The race baiters who are at ESPN and all those others, which is why I never watch ESPN anymore because it's awful, awful content. Everything is virtue signaling and race. That's what they jump to. Oh, a black man being a Big Ten head coach. You can't have that. He had to be fired. No, dude, this is not, well, all the college football coaches do stuff like this. No, they don't. They don't get their staffers pregnant and then go and break into their house and threaten to kill. That doesn't happen. So that's the other thread to pull of the race card.
But
already
he was
being
fired
played.
before that.
He was. That's him being fired is what caused him to go and crash out.
I think the person that perhaps should really fire him is his wife. I would suggest that would maybe be the most significant firing.
And probably the staffer.
I mean, let's just look at this from a wife's perspective. If you are in sports and you are surrounded by women that you find attractive, perhaps we may need to get the wife in office right beside yours.
Or just hire ugly women.
Yeah, like dumpy.
Or
you know
men,
what I'm saying?
Whatever you're into.
Or right. But surely there's a way around this.
Don't hire young blondes.
Not for this to keep happening.
Was she a young blonde?
Yeah.
Oh, duh. That was, dude, you knew the second you saw her what was going to happen. Come on, man. Also, Lane Kiffin's wife, she needs to fire him. Get your life together, guys, and earn your wives back first before you try to earn a job.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's just awful. But the narratives around it, and the initial reaction was also, the Michigan fans saying, even 9-3 is not good enough for Michigan. That's why we fired our coach. And it's like it all comes out of why he actually got fired. So, like I said, sad situation, but football schedule needs to be fixed. Also, this was not a race-based firing. I think it's pretty clear now. However, we can end the segment on a lighter note because college football playoffs start the weekend after this one. We also got Army-Navy game this weekend. One of my favorite weekend games of the year.
Really?
It's pretty cool. Y'all don't watch the Army-Navy game?
I mean, I do, but it has zero significance on my life.
I mean, it doesn't have significance on my life, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Because it's the 1 week, conference championship games are over. It's the only game on this on every weekend. It's Army and Navy. It's a patriotic game. And it's just hard-nosed football. You got 2 triple option teams playing like it's the 1940s. It's pretty entertaining. It gives you a break from the spread offense. You go back to, run it down your throat football. It's pretty fun to watch. But and then the weekend after that, we're getting into college football playoffs, which
Exciting.
There's a lot of controversy with Notre Dame being left out, and then Notre Dame took their ball and went home and didn't play in a bowl game because they were left out of the playoff. Miami got the nod over them because Miami beat them earlier in the year. There was a lot of also controversy that Alabama got in because Alabama lost in the conference championship game. But here's the thing, though. Okay, you can say that it's Alabama with all the ADs that are on that college football playoff committee, and they know how much money the conference championship games make. If you punish Alabama for making the college football or the conference championship, the conference championships are going to go away because that sets a precedent where teams are going to forfeit the conference championship games or not playing it at all. Conference championship games could just go away altogether. So that's a dangerous precedent to set. I thought it was pretty easy. Don't punish Alabama for making the SEC championship, even though I agree they looked awful in that game. Miami beat Notre Dame. Therefore, Miami gets the bid over Notre Dame. I thought it was pretty simple.
Also, Notre Dame should find a conference to join.
There's that as well, because if they were in a conference, then it would have been a lot different. Because if you're just like the Notre Dame, we're too good for a conference. They don't play anybody. The only two good teams they played were Texas A&M and Miami, and they lost both to start the year. So if you're not in the conference, you don't play that good competition regularly, and you don't get a chance to win your conference championship and get a bid into the playoffs. So I don't know. Who knows? Will Notre Dame actually bite the bullet and join a conference? The other thing is they got an exclusive contract with NBC, and if they join a conference, they lose that. So there's a lot of money going out the window if you're Notre Dame, which I understand. But if you want to make the college football playoff, I think you got to join a conference.
I got a theme song for Notre Dame.
What's that?
I'm too sexy for my pants.
That sounds about right. And they did the Notre Dame thing of, we didn't make the playoff. We're going home. It's pretty funny.
What's their coach's name? Morgan Freeman?
Marcus Freeman.
Marcus Freeman. I do really like him, and I wonder why he's letting everybody act like such biscuits, or he's acting like a biscuit.
Total biscuit. They thought they were going to get in, and that's fine. But everybody else is in a conference, dude, and they had to earn it, and y'all just thought you'd skate in there.
Because you're pretty.
So I think they should, when we talk to them from now on, and if you're going to dominate, like crush everybody, and then there's no question.
Yeah.
But you didn't do that. So I think I'm Too Sexy for My Pants is a great song.
Do you know that song?
I know.
I'm too sexy for the shirt.
Too sexy
Yes.
for the pants.
Yes, I know.
Too sexy for the shirt. I mean, come on, man.
I grew up with I'm Sexy and I Know It. So that's another good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
By
Yeah.
that
Ours
band.
was by Rightside Fred. I don't know about that one, but I mean, I know the song.
Yeah.
I don't know who wrote it.
I do, but it's in it. It's
Sing
a
it now. It's getting stuck. It's all messed up in my head. What was yours?
I'm Sexy
Oh,
and I
I'm
Know
sexy.
It.
Yeah.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum,
Yeah, it's
bum,
good. That could be another good one. We could have their own montage just for Notre Dame.
It's true.
Allison's most overrated team.
I'm sticking with it.
It's
Obviously they're
worthy.
proving my point
Mm-hmm.
every year. Clemson is another one.
The Clemson is another one.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, they were just quiet this year.
I love Dabo, but
That was got to get with the program.
I don't know what the problem is.
He looks sad.
He's too stubborn. He's stuck in his ways. He don't want to pay the players. And,
Yeah, which I respect it. I get it, but
You gotta
maybe
adapt.
just bow out.
It's no different than politics when Republicans can't get with the program. And we're like, they're going to use power against us.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. We need to start playing by their rules.
Yeah.
Use the tools, and that's what you're talking
Dabo.
about. Michigan.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I mean, with the game the way it is, you got to hedge your bets and keep your players. So I don't really blame them. I mean, you have to use every tool you have in your belt.
It's an indictment on the system and
Right.
the schedule.
Right.
Yeah, and that, yeah.
Right.
Agree.
Well, JP on Sports Every Week is brought to you by Inspire Advisors. We had Paul Breyer in the studio yesterday to talk to y'all about their BRI, Biblically Responsible Investing. Do you invest in companies that truly reflect your values and you're not giving money to companies that are pro-abortion, anti-Christian values? It gets your portfolio in order, not just from a money standpoint, but from a ethical standpoint. So that's Inspire Advisors. Get in touch with Paul Breyer and his team. Their website is www.moneypatternwealth.com. www.moneypatternwealth.com. Easy website to remember. You can also go to Rightside Media's website and check out the sponsor there. But get in touch with Paul Breyer and let him tell you about their BRI, Biblically Responsible Investing. And with that, we'll be right back on the other side.
And my friends, Phil Williams here. You've heard me talk about Inspire Advisors, how Paul Breyer and his team at Inspire Advisors will help you grow your investment portfolio while also screening out the companies that don't stand for conservative Christian principles. Look, they are experts in what is known as biblically responsible investing. And they are now offering a limited opportunity for a free class on that BRI. Check out the class, register for free, their website, www.moneypatternwealth.com. It's godly, it's conservative, it's financial freedom, y'all, with Inspire Advisors at www.moneypatternwealth.com. Check them out. Tell them you heard about it on Rightside Radio.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP on a Friday. We've just finished up with JP on sports, but there's one little tiny story that you might have seen regarding the Paul Feinbaum not running for office. So, did you think he was going to run? And what do you think of his decision not to?
Well, Daniel Taylor has an article, and it's about Paul Feinbaum's interview with Major Garrett. Do y'all remember him? CBS.
I do.
And if you haven't read this article or if you haven't seen the interview, go look up the interview and listen to what Paul Feinbaum says, because what stuck out to me, and I think is really important to remember as we go into election season, is that I'd say 75%, maybe that's high. Would you say 75% of the candidates out there, a lot of the candidates out there, it is an extremely inorganic movement, inorganic decision, inorganic entrance into the race. And this is exactly what happened with Paul Feinbaum. And I cannot believe how transparent he was about it. He basically says that these 3 political operatives from a consulting firm in DC knocked on his door at 6 p.m. one night and said, "We want you to run for Senate." And they just convinced him. Basically, they showed him numbers, polling numbers, said, you can do this, you can win this. He said, anyway, he says, "I have no idea why I responded this way, but I said yes. Thus beginning the most bewildering 3 months of my life. Within 5 minutes, I was being connected to other people. This person connected me to a major person in DC. Within 2 weeks, all these people started showing up in my house." And he said, "Can I win?" They said, "Absolutely." And they showed me how I was going to win. And then he goes to say, "But I wasn't their first choice. They tried to get Bruce Pearl to run. Bruce said no." And he goes on to kind of make a joke about it.
Bruce was told no.
Bruce was told no?
The ALGOP, you can't run as a Republican. He gave money to Shamari Figures.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he said, "I was in this cauldron for 3 months. I saw the path. I dealt with donors. But at the end of the day," and this is what the consultants were telling him, "the best way to win was to denounce woke Disney and ESPN."
What?
And he said, "I couldn't do it because they have given me, this life." And I'm like, if you were going to run to represent the state of Alabama as a Republican in the U.S. Senate and you can't denounce the company that is literally trying to trans our kids, I am very glad you stayed home. So ridiculous. But I just want you to understand that this is the way it goes down a lot. People recruit these candidates and there's nothing. I mean, he came out and said, remember the very first thing he said was Charlie Kirk's death really moved me to want to run. It was a lie, a bunch of BS.
Yeah.
These DC consultants came in, fluffed him up, fed his ego, and he was this close to possibly being our senator. And he can't even denounce Disney and all their crap that they're shoving down our throats. So anyway, I just thought it was really interesting. Go read the article over at 1819 News, Daniel Taylor. And in it is the interview with Major Garrett. But
well, and before we go to break, he's also wrong. He did denounce ESPN. He said that ESPN wouldn't allow him to interview Trump when he was working there. So it's like the consultants maybe told him to criticize him there.
Yeah.
But now that, I don't buy it.
yeah. Anyway, check into your candidates. Everything might look really good and legit, but a lot of times it's just not. Do your homework. We'll be back with The Plunge.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. Allison has just finished laying carpet squares.
I just call me Handy Mandy.
You
not
just
Mandy. Handy
are
Manny.
Handy Manny.
Remember him?
I do. Wow. That's a blast from the past.
Yeah. I called him Mandy. Maybe he is Mandy now. He's Tranny Manny.
He could be. Maybe in the second half of the hour, we will address the school board member losing her mind, asking, how much God do you need?
I'm very offended.
Oh,
When I'm offended, I'm offended.
Yeah, I mean, what a Karen.
So we should change for you.
Well, by all means, if you're offended.
So here's a discussion. Ooh, do we have a sound effect
for the plunge?
Oh,
do you have
was
it?
gonna
I'm going to talk. I'm talking. We're going to talk.
He's been a little off his game. Like he's been rattled today. It's funny. He still keeps it cool, but there's been a lot coming at JP.
JP doesn't throw things, which I appreciate, or he doesn't leap up from his chair and say, oh man, like you just don't know. You just can hear some frenetic typing, maybe a little bit like, boop, 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 boop.
Hey, do you want to read some text? While he
Yes.
finds?
Oh,
we've got
let's go.
Lots of white privilege. Okay,
we did that.
We don't say the number.
Okay.
Oh, Cooter. Cooter explained why his name's Cooter. It's actually pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like
You
that.
want to say it?
Yeah, you go ahead.
It was his call sign in the Navy. It's a good call sign.
That's a very good call sign.
Goose, Cooter, Maverick. It all goes together.
Love it all.
The ruffians know Butters. Butters was a great call sign in the Navy as well. They called him Butters because he looked like Butters from South Park.
Aw, Edward from Chattanooga.
That's very sweet.
Thank you.
Y'all are doing a great job. Thanks for the news and info you provide each day. Sounds great in Chattanooga. Go Vols. Watch. He's probably like a Vandy fan. Sorry. I take it back.
Maybe he'll text us back.
Are those real?
Still, thank you, Edward.
I don't think Vandy fans.
They are
real.
now.
They're real.
Okay, well now there's Vandy
They're
fans.
bandwagon
Yeah.
fans.
Carol in Athens. Let's see.
Oh, this is
I don't have my glasses. You want to read this one?
Yeah. I would like to talk about my white privilege. I was born in a poor family, felt love, was taught respect and godly faith and a work ethic. I worked in school, got a small scholarship, got a job where they reimbursed school costs. Granted, it took longer for me to finish college, but I did. I've been blessed by my God to be a teacher for years, and thank God I was able to leave the education system just before COVID. Now I'm working as an engineer. I've never had anything given to me. I've worked my butt off for everything, and God has blessed me. It's truly been a privilege to grow up poor and know what it means to earn what I have and not expect others to just give me what I think I deserve. I deserve God's wrath, but thank you, Jesus. I'm saved by the precious blood you shed on Calvary.
Amen. Wow. Okay.
Well,
That's really good. That's what I don't get. They act like whoever is preaching this white privilege and death to white people because we're so oppressive. I mean, I know a lot of white people that grew up in worse homes and way far behind some black, brown kids, families I know. I mean, it's just the narrative is such a lie. I mean, including myself. I mean, I didn't have, my mom made all my clothes. I mean, we didn't have anything. Anyway, I won't go into that, but I worked hard. My mom worked like 3 jobs as a single mom. I mean, you just do what you got to do and you don't play victim. And how we've gotten into the victim wins, the victim mentality. And you watch our kids who are like now they all want to identify with some mental illness just to ratchet up the victim card. It's the most bizarre thing. Like, since when did that become the cool thing? The good thing, the right thing, the virtuous thing?
Since they learned it in the classroom.
Yep. Just like the emotional
you're probably
learning
right.
and everybody, all the kids are, if you have suicidal thoughts, if you're feeling this way, if you have to, and then they're just kind of psyoped into feeling that way because they're constantly hearing about
You're
it.
like, wait, I did have I woke up kind of sad.
Yeah.
I must be suicidal.
Remember
Mhm.
Kathy Bradford was on and talked about how they would do the lessons and then suddenly there's a bump in people feeling suicidal or feeling sad. We need to revolutionize our classrooms. And that can't start soon enough because yes, even in Alabama, just wrecked what our kids are learning. Absolutely wrecked it. So that's a great story and that's an encouraging story. That's just called being an American.
Mm-hmm.
And I get so devastated that the narrative, the manipulative, gaslighting narrative continues to keep Black and brown people, and again, I hate that word. I hate it. People locked into this idea that they are always, like you said, a victim and they can never get out. And they do it over and over and over again. And it works for them.
Yeah.
Guys.
Does
we've
it work?
Got
though?
to do, but no, it doesn't work at all. It's never worked. But they're believing it works. And then the ones who scream the most loudly about being victims and being for the poor Black and brown people are people like AOC or crazy cat lady from Texas, Jasmine Crockett. I mean, Tim Walz is doing quite well. Bernie Sanders quite well, but they're for the Black and the brown people. I mean, the way he talks is just, a Northeastern dude, but crazy. And they get away with it because nobody will hold them accountable. I'm sick of it. We need to go scorched earth on that, you guys.
I'm down.
And we'll talk about that subject next week, by the way. Just a hint at the whole
Some radio theater.
radio theater.
Do
We're
you
going to have a deep subject next week.
I'm going to have to
Lock in.
rest up and lock in and drink some
a lot
coffee.
of water.
Oh, water?
Well, coffee and water.
Okay. In the meantime, do you have a flushing sound?
We have some to choose from. There's that one. There's
Like that one.
That one's good because it's like struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
Sounds like my childhood
everything's
toilet.
not going down.
well. All right, we'll go one more.
That's in a haunted house.
Yeah,
toilet.
do the second one,
Yeah,
please.
we'll go number 2.
We'll go number 2.
That was unintentional.
So the plunge for today is something we've tap danced around, but we'll get to because it continues to come up. It came up last night.
Yep.
And everybody, look, people are paying attention because allegedly this person's podcast is the number 1 on planet Earth.
How did I miss this conversation at the governor's mansion?
Because
You
you were
weren't
on
there
the
yet.
party bus.
You were on the party bus.
Oh. I can't believe this is like Christmas party material.
Well, I mean, I may or may not have brought it up. and
we
I'm
got a
just
lot of
asking.
politicos,
Well,
it's
that's
on top
true.
of mine.
That's true.
And I'm trying to pick people's brains. Where do you stand on the Candace Owens situation versus, Erika Kirk and her interviews this week on the news networks?
So what?
There's-
I didn't even see. I didn't see Erika's interviews. What happened? What was she saying?
She pretty much just said, attacking Candace, telling her to stop, and said, it's not fair to come after. You can come after me all you want, but going after our family or TPUSA family with these allegations that are unsubstantiated, it's, stop, which is actually pretty ironic because if you go to a clip of when Candace started this whole thing, she goes, hey, if Erika tells me to stop, I'll stop. And then she responds to this interview of Erika saying, stop. And she actually word for word said, Erika tells me to stop. No, she's not. So I don't know. Maybe there's a little bit of grift going on. Shocker. Surprise. It's ridiculous. But yeah, that's what Erika was saying on Fox. And, their big stream is on Monday where they're going to refute all of Candace Owens' claims. So be interesting to see.
So what was the sentiment last night, Abs?
Well, one bit of sentiment was, we had COVID, we've had other psyops. Why should we believe our government? I mean, it's the FBI, it's cash. We don't really, we didn't say cash, but the FBI, why should we trust them? They've perpetrated injustices against us before. So is there something going on there? Should we be concerned? So there was that element of it. But then there was another request to just dig in and look at some of the evidence and figure out what's going on. But I loved what you had to say last night about it to finish that conversation off, because it was really good. And it was what has been lost and overlooked in the quest for, I'm just asking questions.
Yeah.
Because from my perspective, and I'm only repeating this because Allison said I should, for the people who do follow Candace Owens, they think her questions are the evidence. And that's not the way it works in journalism. You have to provide specifics, not subterfuge, not a million questions. Here are the answers. And I love what you had to say. And then after that, when we come back, I wanted to share a guy that I follow on Twitter who is a great thinker. And his name is that's Kaizen. And I'll share it with you when we come back, because it's interesting. And for the people who do have questions, he takes people through in a couple of different videos, step by step, just logically thinking it through. No emotion, just logically thinking it through. And it's really good. But here's what you had to say, JP.
Well, I mean, it's whatever you think about who shot Charlie Kirk, who was involved, foreign nations, CIA, FBI, whoever, okay? That doesn't take away from the fact Charlie Kirk was shot graphically in front of everyone, and the left danced on his grave and celebrated it and mocked it and called for more violence against other conservative influencers. That was the takeaway that needed to come from that. The left hates you and wants you dead because you're a Christian, and they think it's funny when you get shot in front of your kids and your wife. That is who your enemy is. And when I say enemy, that doesn't mean to go and take arms against them. That means we have to crush them politically to where they can't even recover. You have to decimate them politically, get rid of Antifa, and all the good part of it was all the people who did that, or most of them, lost their jobs and were alienated from school, because that is where that's where you feel, the pressure, and that's where you actually suffer from it. You can't just, that's not actually allowed in the public square to mock someone who was shot in the neck in that fashion. So, but all of that, all of who the left is and how much the left wants us dead, completely gone and out of sight and out of mind, because Candace Owens saw this as a grifting opportunity to get in and rack in hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I'm all for asking questions if there's questions that are warranted. But Tyler Robinson confessed in Discord that he did it. His family turned him in. There's fingerprints on his guns. He was on footage getting to the part on the ceiling that was completely accessible from, any civilian could go up there. Like, I'm sorry. All the evidence points to Tyler Robinson. Okay, I don't want to hear about some Egyptian cargo plane, because that's just the dumbest talking points I've ever heard. So if you have actual evidence, instead of this grift where you go from one ridiculous point of evidence to rack in hundreds of thousands of dollars for someone who you said was your friend, all you've done is let the left get off the hook, because nobody's talking about them anymore. They're all talking about Candace Owens and her true crime podcast. It's ridiculous. All the energy could have been funneled to going after our real political enemy. But now they're kind of off the hook because we're distracted by Candace Owens. So it's frustrating, because it was pretty clear to me how united we were right after that happened, and us being on the right. And now that's all gone. We're infighting. It's unfortunate, but.
And she has no husband, and her kids have no father.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and we have thoughts on the other side. So much more to say on The Plunge. Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth with Allison and JP, finishing up a Friday. So the guy I told you about is called, he's named, well, his site.
It's Kaiser Sose.
He's awesome. That's Kaizen.
Who is Kaiser Sose?
Who is Kaiser Sose? Is he a baseball player?
Abs doesn't get it.
What?
What was the name? Not Untouchables. What was the name of that movie?
I don't know.
Gosh, you know the movie because you just said it.
No, I was saying who's Kaiser Sose.
That's what they ask in the movie. Who's Kaiser Sose? What's the name of the stupid?
Oh, think of the movie.
It's the pedophile. That's the Kevin Spacey.
Oh, he's so bad.
What is the name of that movie?
I don't know. But
Somebody text us, please.
833-687-4448. What is Allison talking about?
That's Kaizen. That's K.
The Usual Suspects.
That's
Thank
it.
you, Michael from Madison. That's it.
That's Kaizen. Okay. That's Kaizen. So there's a couple of things that are going to go in our show notes today because he is a clear thinker. And like JP said while we were in halftime, we don't always agree with him, nor do we always agree with everything anybody says. But he does some great things and he makes you stop and think. And that's all we're asking people to do, because here's Kaizen, and he posted this last night. It's what caught my attention. This is what concerns me, but even more is what Allison's about to say. But Kaizen says Candace Owens is not just asking questions. She's also suggesting answers. So we should consider all answers, not just the worst case ones. Here's a plausible explanation for the gap in the official story about Charlie Kirk, Tyler Robinson, and the bullet. And he said the point of the video isn't that I'm right or wrong, or that Candace is wrong. None of us know the truth yet. The point is to think for ourselves and compare probability. This is meant to bring balance. And then he posts 6 more gaps in the official story addressed here. And he is just this clear thinking guy that on a lot of subjects has very good things to say and to get you to stop and think logically, which is why we exist. That's why we love having the opportunity to have a show. We just want to think logically. But when we ask questions, it is not right to suggest answers. And that's a problem. But you came up with the biggest problem of them all.
Well, and I wasn't trying to be smart about it. I'm genuinely asking, why does this matter so much? I'm watching, like last night at the Christmas party, I wasn't there for the conversation, but there are people very entrenched on both sides of Candace versus Erika. And I just don't get in the big picture why this matters and why we're willing to die on this hill. This is like low of my priority list, but we're spending a lot of energy here.
Yeah.
And I don't really get it. Now, you talk about Israel, Gaza, kind of how there's theology in that. There's geopolitics. I get that one. This one, I don't know. I'm like, can we not just move on? I don't know.
There's personal beef with Turning Point from Candace, and she's making a lot of money.
That doesn't impact our lives.
Oh, no, it's a grift. She's making a lot of money.
So I don't get it. Anyway, maybe I'm the minority here. Actually, I am. I'm white. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. Guys,
This is so sad.
what?
I'm sorry. I just, we check Twitter for breaking news.
Oh, that's awful.
Look at him. He looks so. This is what's his name? Moore, Coach Moore, Sharon.
That's
Sharon?
genuinely tragic.
Oh, his arraignment video?
Yeah, it's just so sad. But look how cute the little girl is. She looks like she's 12 though. What is he thinking?
I don't know. I think that's absolutely tragic.
Oh,
I mean, you've wrecked a family because you couldn't control yourself.
Yep.
That's all. You thought the grass was greener, and now here you are. Now, the good news is, I'm pretty sure that I know some friends who have this amazing ministry for people who are caught in sexual brokenness, and they do so much good, and they've been around for a long time. I genuinely hate it for him because it's about so much more than just a cute girl in the office.
Yeah.
It's about enabling and, out of control passion.
Yeah.
But I'm so sad because has anybody had this happen in your maybe extended family? Because when it happens in your extended family, you're just like, it changes you forever.
yeah. That's
I'm so
pitiful.
sorry.
I hope he finds Jesus or reconnects with Jesus. He might have Jesus and just had a bad day.
Yeah.
But he looks really pitiful. What I didn't realize was it said staffer. She obviously was a student staffer.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I
Pretty
didn't.
clear.
I didn't
Well,
know that part.
Well, I didn't. It's not confirmed, but I agree. I think.
I mean, she looks very young.
Yeah.
Like 20.
Yeah. I think she was a like GA grad assistant or something. That was his personal, because there's a lot of videos of him like with her right by his side on the sideline pregame. So I think she was like his assistant. So sad situation all around.
I mean, it just,
What were we talking about beforehand, by the way?
well,
We were
the
talk-
Erika,
Kirk.
Candace, and really zeroing in on the why does it matter?
Does it matter? Like, is there a reason I should stay up at night?
No, I don't think so, because it's getting back to not only why does it matter, but seeing beyond to the division that has been sown. Like, do we feel the lobs from the enemy into our camp? Because we were together and then we weren't. It's the same thing with Trump getting elected. We were together and then we weren't. So I don't mind. I mean, we all should ask questions. We should go through life thoughtfully. Everybody knows that. But I agree with you. I don't know. Like, what are we trying to get at?
Well, I have a question.
What?
Which is funny because I do say that a lot. I do ask a lot.
She just asks questions.
I'm just asking questions. But I'm just asking questions. Do you think Candace is being paid by someone to sow this division?
I think that is a lot more likely than the crap she's spewing, for sure. And to answer your original question, you should be concerned if what Candace was saying was legit and had any ounce of credibility behind it, but none of them do. So no,
until she starts showing receipts, instead of just lobbing theories out there, then we don't care. Now, if she,
well, I'll just say,
I don't know if I say,
I don't trust Candace at all.
okay.
Look at her.
You don't even care.
Look at her past. Like, she was she was a liberal. She was back, not too long ago, she was a liberal suing and doxing conservatives. She literally, not too long ago either, I think this was within the last couple of years, she sued her apartment complex. She wasn't paying her rent. She sued her apartment complex for mold that was causing, eczema or whatever on her face. And it was like, no. And she lost and had to pay like $17,000 to her apartment complex. Like, she just picks like, she wants attention. She's a narcissist, it looks like, and she just picks fights to do it. But I think she was ostracized by Turning Point, and she's got
this is her revenge.
This is her revenge, and and all the money she's racking in from this crap doesn't hurt either. So no, I don't trust Candace one bit. I think this is just a gigantic grift. You should be concerned if anything she's produced had any weight to it at all.
Well, think about this. The better way is if you have all these questions, and like Kaizen says in one of his videos, like it's really great that the FBI doesn't live stream their investigations. Okay. Because we don't want to know all the things. We shouldn't know all the things. That's not great. But if you really want to investigate, go behind the scenes and don't talk about it for a year. Do a deep dive for a year quietly. Don't make any money off of it. Zip it and really go investigate. Like get on the ground, fly out there, go to the different places you have questions about. Like go straight Dateline on them and then come back out after a year and tell us what you've learned. But that to me hasn't happened. It's been very public and we're back to why does it matter? Number one, but number two, we're still back to the most important thing. Erika still doesn't have a husband and those children still don't have a father. And the Robinsons have a son who murdered a guy and they turned him in and they don't have access to their son ever again. That's the tragedy.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that, as you're talking, I'm thinking that makes a lot of sense. Isn't that like war rule number one? Like, don't tell the enemy your plans. And that's all I mean, if you go out there publicly, you're not going to you're just telling everybody what you're doing. If you're serious about it, you go underground and you disappear and you use that red string goes across the bulletin board.
Yeah.
And you do the things quietly. And yeah, you don't tell everybody what leads you're hunting down. That doesn't make sense, especially if you don't trust the people and they're killing people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and if there's something we should be concerned about, okay. But just please tell us what we should be concerned about. What are we going to do if Israel shot him? What can we actually do? I'm serious.
Well, I don't know, but that is a problem if that becomes true.
Tell us if that's true. But that's going to need, we need to see pieces of paper with a paper trail, like a straight up old fashioned, like Allison's saying, red, like a little push pin here and a little piece of a 3x5 here. I mean, like it should look like an FBI investigation in your basement.
Well, first of all, Charlie Kirk was the biggest public supporter of Israel there was. Why in the world? Like that's the stuff. It's like you're trying to find something that sounds so outrageous, and that's the go-to. Like Charlie Kirk was the GOP's biggest Israel supporter to the younger generation. He was going to college campuses trying to win the younger conservatives back over for Israel. So regardless of whether you agree with Charlie Kirk's stance on that or not, why would that doesn't make any sense. That is, even if you're going to insinuate that Israel would want to take out somebody like that, why Charlie Kirk was their biggest supporter. That doesn't make any sense. So it's stuff like that where you're like, guys, do you hear what you're saying? Like, it's just so ridiculous.
And we can be concerned with our government. We can recognize that they've been up to some severe, serious shenanigans for well over 100 years. I mean, truly. We can know that and also go, but these things don't quite add up yet.
Yeah.
But I hate it. I hate that we're divided. I hate it for the families that aren't anymore. And I hate it that, it looks like she's made a lot of money off asking questions. A lot of money.
Well, the big streams on Monday where TPUSA refutes all of her claims, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. And the real question is, even if Candace is just completely embarrassed and all of her claims are just with the receipts proven incorrect, does she stop?
No, she won't stop.
So it's like it's going to be like 2050, and Candace is going to have a next episode on who killed Charlie Kirk. Like, yeah, I don't know. I hope it just wrecks her credibility to the point where people stop watching. Or at least enough people stop watching to where it's not profitable anymore to just keep going down. Because as long as all the eyeballs are on it, she's going to keep doing it. So hopefully her credibility is wrecked so much that enough people stop watching and she just gives it up. Hopefully. It won't be right away, though.
So at the same time, did you see that it's coming out that Nick Fuentes, all of his engagement is bought farms and inorganic?
I did.
I don't know if that's
true. So is
true.
he a plant too?
I don't think that's true.
Well, I'll send you some things and you take a look at them and tell us next week what you think, JP, because that, right along the same time we were finding out from Elon that the MAGA hating things that were coming from other parts of the world. And so the whole bot farm situation, I'm so glad that now you have to put your location in. I think that's huge.
Yeah.
But I do think it's interesting that some of the more credible reporters are reporting that his engagement was from bot farms.
And that he's not as popular as they think he is. Did y'all see that Trump, I don't know what made me think of this, I guess bot farms, but did y'all see that Trump, and this is kind of weird, is for certain people to enter the country now, your social media will be combed through for the past 5 years?
Really?
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. Am I missing some details there? Was it certain countries? Was it?
I think when I saw the story, it was like student visas. To make sure you weren't a, one of these like Kilmer or not Abrego Garcia, who was the student who was arrested, that was leading the pro-Palestine protests.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember
the guy that was at Columbia.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
so to make sure that no people like him come in.
Yeah.
But I did see that. Yeah.
Hold on. This is a CBS News article.
It's actually pretty great.
Citizens of 42 countries will have to enroll in the visa waiver program to come for business to the U.S. for up to 90 days. It goes through blah, 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 blah. Read more. Anyway, yeah, it says that they will now, from these 42 countries, which I was looking for a list of them, will have to submit 5 years of social media history to enter the U.S. under Trump's new plan.
I like that.
Do you though?
Well, I mean,
because
look at the trouble that we've had.
Yeah, but that means there's lots of countries we probably would not get into.
That's true. Maybe we should just go.
Yeah, but the countries you won't get into, do you really want to go to those countries in the first place?
Well, I mean, like,
I do want to go back to Italy.
Yeah, and I mean, if I wanted to
Georgia
go to
would
London,
let us in. She'd let us in. We can't go to London.
Why would you want to go to London?
England would not let it. The countryside of England is beautiful, and I think I've never been there, but they wouldn't let us in.
No, we're out on that one.
So I don't know. I think this is. I know we got to go to a break, but I want to read up a little more on it. This is kind of one of those Patriot Act things. Like,
that's a good
this
point.
is to protect you. This is to protect us. How quickly could it be used against us?
Darn it, you're right.
Oh,
We're just gonna record that. Have it on file.
Can that be a button?
Darn it, you're right.
Play it again. Some days when I need a little
Play it again,
ump.
Sam.
A little bump.
By the way, we got a text in that said, "What's going on with the Egypt and Iran gay pride bowl? What's the latest on that?"
I don't know, but I'll look it up during the break
a good
because we
question.
do need to follow up on that. Thank you. Who was that?
He's an unnamed texter, but it's the same guy who brought up that bear is a dated slang term for gay man. So
I love our audience. They are the best.
So don't poke
tracking.
the bear.
Yeah.
Okay. On that note, we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. As we wrap up a week, we wrap up a Friday. We hope you have a great weekend because we know you're probably Christmas shopping.
Don't say it.
Or we both have children. Actually, I have 2 children. We have 4 children. But 2 of them have Christmas/holiday birthdays.
Yeah.
And when my first one was born, my dad asked me to please, because he has a holiday birthday as well, to please never put their birthday gifts in Christmas wrapping paper.
Yeah, I don't do that. Jennings has a December birthday. It does stink though, because like all of her friends her high school friends are on a ski trip together. Her college friends here are all at home. So like nobody's around for her birthday. Kind of forgot. Anyway.
Those are bad friends.
Okay, real quickly, because we have a lot to cover. First of all, I can't remember who asked about FIFA. So no update.
They both did make a statement though, right?
Right, but we
no
haven't
update other than
heard
that.
if they've canceled it or if they've moved or if they're still going to pride or if Egypt and Iran are going to back out. But anyway,
That's so funny.
we'll keep poking the bear and figuring out what's going on.
Do not poke the bear.
Abs, tell us about Fannie Mae and why
It was created to help Allison Sinclair.
to help.
Yeah.
What?
Help people. It was a Great Depression need, started in 1938. The U.S. housing market was frozen, with banks unable to lend and homeowners facing foreclosure, prompting government intervention.
So it's government assisted loans?
Perhaps.
Well, what does Freddie have to do
It's
with it?
I don't know about Freddie. All I know is that it originated in 1938 as a U.S. government agency during the Great Depression. So it is government. Brad from Crimestone County was right. Congress created the National Mortgage Association. Fannie Mae bought secondary mortgage market. It transformed in 1968, though still chartered by Congress. And the AIs tell us that Fannie Mae was born from crisis to make mortgages more accessible and affordable, a role it continues today as a key pillar of the U.S. house financing situation.
Is that bad?
Is it?
I'm just asking questions.
That's a valid question.
But
should they have stepped in at all?
Yeah, I mean, why does the government have to save everybody? But is that a bad use of government agency? Well, I mean, if you're making money off the debt of the people you're supposed to serve, I think that's kind of bad.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they're coming to Birmingham.
Woo, woo.
To Brad from Crimestone County's dismay. However.
Okay, but Fannie's going to Fannie whether she's in Birmingham or California, right?
Sure.
So might as well
Yeah.
Fannie in Birmingham.
So let's make some money off her Fannie.
Bring more jobs.
yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, could we create and build a beautiful building instead of something hideous?
Instead of an ugly one?
Where do you think they're going to build it?
I don't know. I have no idea where they're going to build it.
Do we know they're not buying a building?
Oh, I have no
They
idea.
could be buying a building. Ironic.
We should make it the tallest building downtown Birmingham, Fannie. Isn't that
Which
a
would
great
be
tower?
super fun. I go work at that building.
Fannie's here.
Fannie here. Get your Fannie here.
Oh, I love double entendre theater.
We got about 1 minute.
Oh, go.
I got 2 good would you rathers.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Would you rather have skin that changes color based on your emotions or tattoos appear all over your body depicting what you did yesterday?
I'd like mood ring skin.
Yeah. That sounded terrible until you read the second option.
Okay, now here's I agree. Here's another one. This one's a little more insightful. Would you rather travel the world for free for a year or have 50,000 to spend however you please?
Travel the world for free for a year.
Travel the world. The world. I go to world.
Give me $50,000. Really?
Is it non-taxable?
I mean, you spend it however you want. Listen.
Okay. No taxes. I got it. I got you.
I'm all for traveling. Traveling's cool, but $50K. I am a broke 22-year-old, so I guess money sounds amazing. But
Yeah. 50,000 is not all you think it is. And to travel the world for free. Now, if you make us all the same, that's it. Is it a globalist world where we're all the same?
no, I
Or
say
is it the
travel
super
world. Like now.
Full world.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I travel.
For a year.
Yeah, I'm traveling.
You
I'm out.
You think I could keep 50,000 for a year?
Do you think you could keep
Yes.
it?
Like, or would I spend it all before
No,
the
have
year's
to invest
over?
it
You
with
can do
Paul.
it.
That's true.
Paul wouldn't let you.
Biblically responsible investing,
Of course.
and then you could multiply it. And
That's
it's
smart.
it's just delayed gratification. You'd have to work on that. We'd maybe give you like a few thousand to do something crazy.
Yeah, like
with.
5,000.
I would not do anything crazy with it. It'd probably be something lame.
All right, if we gave you 50,000 right now, what would you do with it?
I don't know. I'd have to think on that. I don't
Okay.
have an answer for you.
Monday. Next week we've got we're gonna really plunge. We're gonna do what kind of a deep, dark plunge. Number 2 plunge.
Can't wait.
A dark white plunge.
Yeah.
Y'all have to stay tuned for that one. But we'll be back. Y'all have an awesome weekend. Go Navy. Go Army. I don't know. See you Monday.
You're listening live to Rightside Radio.